Thank you for watching the Animal One Guys YouTube channel. If you like this video, please leave a like and leave me a comment. And if you like a lot of my content, please subscribe and hit the bell icon if you want to get notified every time I post a new video. Thanks, guys. Okay, so Sweet Tooth, my Argentine black and white Tegu, is finally getting to the size where he can move into a larger cage. So he was in a cage that was 3 feet long, and now he's moved into his adult enclosure, which is a cage or tank that is 6 feet long, which is going to give him a ton of room. So I just got done setting this guy up, and I thought I'd walk us over this and then what's going on with his old enclosure. So every time someone moves into their adult enclosure, if they were in a smaller one, that frees up their smaller one, which could possibly become adult enclosure for someone, or another starting enclosure for somebody else. So I'm going to go over this enclosure, how it's heated, the layout that I chose, and everything I want to do with it. If Archimedes just falls right out of the hammock, if you guys heard that. So we have 6 feet spanning across left to right here, which is really important. We have a just under a foot for his new tub, and that's just over 2 feet in length over there. So he's got a full size if he wants to go soak in the water. We have the mixture that I like to do with the eco earth and the plantation soil, and people have asked me about that, and I don't know if I talked about it before, so I figure we can just talk about it right now. So this is all coconut fiber that's been ground up, so it's nice. You don't have to worry about bacteria and things like that. The eco earth, I find, is kind of too powdery, almost like coffee grounds, and the plantation soil will have more of the, it won't be as finer ground, you'll have more of the long fibers. But what I like to do is mix it 50-50, so you get a really good consistency in your substrate, which is really nice. So it'll be bigger like this, so you don't have to worry about them really ingesting it, but you still have the fineness to hold on to moisture. If you see that, this isn't like a dry powder, this is wet, which is good, which is what Tegus need. They want some dampness, they want, mid-60s humidity, which is important. So he's got about 4 inches of substrate, and he's already been digging his tunnels. Guys, Tegus are like moles. If you really want to make them happy, you have to give them, just 3-4 inches of substrate, and they will dig around. So out in here, he's got 3 to 4 inches, and then underneath over here, he's got about 7 inches of substrate that's underneath his basking platform, and it's just filled up. And he goes in there and he digs that out, and it's really nice. So going up to his basking platform here, we just have big cement stones on the left and the right side to hold up a piece of 5/8 plywood, which then has some cement slabs on top, and I went with some that have a little bit of a pattern. This is just for a look for me, obviously he doesn't care. And these are going to absorb the heat. So we see it's green here, so we know that his basking spot is getting hit with mercury vapor. So that's going to provide it heat and UV in this area. And then as we go down, because I like to have different types of platforms, we have another of the same cement slabs over there, and that is on the cooler side of the tank, so he can still lay. If he's getting too warm, he can still lay, he can still grind his feet on a non-dirt area if he wants to lay down, not on the dirt, not in the water, but wants to be cool. And then I have 2 bricks there, each of a different kind. One is more flush and one's got some texture to it. Again, he can use those to get in and out of the water, which he already does, so he won't drag as much substrate in with him when he goes down. And also, again, if he grinds his nails on it, that's important. As he's climbing in and climbing out, he's grinding those nails. Now, he's already come up to the basking spot, not using the ramp. He's also going down, not using the ramp. Just what he chooses to do. Like I said, it's nice and deep here, so you can see, you know, he's got tunnels that he's digging. Okay, great. The mercury vapor is on a timer. So is a normal LED that's over there. And the nice thing is when we move to these normal LED lights, that's the coolest side of the tank. It's above the water, so we can just put a normal white is important to simulate daylight, LED over there that shares the same timer. That way it'll keep it bright, but keep it cool. Now, in the middle of the tank, we got a few things going on here. On the far right, we have the humidistat probe that's going to monitor his humidity. Right to the left of it, we have a thermostat probe. It's going to monitor the ambient temperature of the tank. And then to the left of that, right there, we have the hose for the reptile fogger. And then hanging in the middle right here, we have a ceramic heat emitter in a dome. So that ceramic heat emitter in a dome is going to monitor his ambient temperature and his nighttime temperature. So at night it doesn't get too cool. Most of the time at night that thing never has to run because these absorb so much heat that it just radiates. And Archimedes is just going crazy. But that's how this tank is set, which is really nice. This worked out really good. He really loves it. He's been digging. He's just been doing everything that a Tegu would do. And like I said, guys, if you have a Tegu, no matter the age, they love to dig. They love to burrow. They love to be in darkness. Give them that substrate that they can really just get down and create a tunnel system like moles. And, you know, all the time during the day, he'll come in, he'll go down, he'll come back out through there. They love to do that. And while they're small, they can have more fun. But so now that he's moved out of his tank, what are we doing with his old tank?